On Christmas Eve, Susan didn't want to go to sleep because, you know, it was Christmas Eve and she wanted to hear the bells and all this. It was Susan's 6th Christmas. She got a 3-wheeler bike, which is what she'd asked for, and she loved that, absolutely loved it. Susan wasn't very well, and my mum was a bit concerned, so she took her to the doctors, and the doctors said, you wanted some blood tests. So they did blood tests. Eventually the results came back, and it was the bad news. She had leukemia. She got progressively worse, and really she only lasted 6 weeks. Christmas after Susan died was very different. It was just dead, really. Atmosphere and everything. There was no little patter of feet, you know, there was no giggles, there was just a piece missing out the jigsaw. And she was that missing piece. My mum was so brave, so brave. I don't know how she got through it, and I don't know how she carried on, but she did. And it really was somebody to look up to, because, you know, she went on with my dad to form our charity. So Susan didn't die in vain, and that's her legacy.
Through the intensive phase of treatment, there are various horrors that have to be got through. He had a lot of injections in his leg, incredibly brave. And as I say, also handled it with really good humour. And I think the ward that we were on was a really big feature of that. We did go in over Christmas last year. We took some presents in for the nurses and for the other kids that were on the ward. They make such an effort over Christmas to make it an acceptable place to spend Christmas. No one wants to spend Christmas in the hospital, but some of them have no choice, of course. You start to realise how lucky we are to have the sort of survival rates that we have now. They're not perfect. I knew that the statistics were with us, which just simply wouldn't have been the case 50 years ago. I think the ultimate ambition has to be that every child that is diagnosed with blood cancer survives it. And what an ambition that is, and what a result it would be.
This year, thousands of families like Felix's will get to spend Christmas with their children because of blood cancer research. But there's still far too many families like Susan's that spend Christmas dealing with the loss that blood cancer can bring. But it doesn't have to be that way. There are world-leading cancer researchers working around the country to find new treatments for blood cancer. We believe that we're close to a future where all children can look forward to many more Christmases to come. But we can only do it with your help. Help us build a future without blood cancer.